In 1970, audiences encountered a film titled There Was a Crooked Man, a western inspired by the old nursery rhyme. While the rhyme tells the tale of a crooked man traveling down a crooked mile and interacting with various whimsical characters, this movie diverged quite significantly from that narrative. Instead of a light-hearted story, it presents a gritty and serious exploration of crime and deception, highlighting the complexities of morality in a lawless setting. The familiar charm of the rhyme fades as the film delves into darker themes. The crookedness here refers to the twisted paths taken by its characters, challenging the viewer's perceptions in ways that are far from innocent. In this world, the crooked man's journey reveals a reality where trust is scarce, and survival hinges on navigating a treacherous landscape of betrayal and greed. The contrast between the whimsical rhyme and the film's tone ignites curiosity about how the themes intertwine and what lies beneath the surface of this seemingly straightforward story. Paris Pittman Jr., portrayed by Kirk Douglas, is a crafty and captivating outlaw in the film There Was a Crooked Man. The story revolves around his ambitious quest for wealth, where his charm masks a ruthless determination. He engages in a shocking betrayal, shooting his best friend in the back, all in pursuit of a staggering $500,000. This act of treachery sets off a chain of events that exposes the stark realities of loyalty and greed. The film's narrative follows Pittman as he navigates the complexities of his criminal world, developing relationships with various characters who are drawn into his schemes. Each encounter adds layers to the story, as Pittman tries to stay one step ahead of the law and those he has wronged. The setting, rich with the atmosphere of the Old West, enhances the movie's themes of morality and deception, creating a gripping experience for viewers. The tone combines dark humor with moments of tension, reflecting the unpredictable nature of Pittman's adventures and the consequences of his actions. Throughout the film, themes of betrayal, ambition, and the human condition are explored, making it a compelling watch that invites reflection on the cost of greed and the fragility of trust. Amidst the desolate backdrop of a dusty, arid landscape lies a territorial prison, a setting that serves as a striking contrast to the complex characters within. The film presents Henry Fonda as Woodward Lopman, an incorruptible sheriff with a strong moral compass and a belief in the potential for rehabilitation within the penal system. His progressive views shine through his actions and decisions as he navigates the challenges of prison life, demonstrating a distaste for violence and seeking justice through understanding rather than punishment. On the other hand, his counterpart is the cunning prisoner, a character who embodies the treachery of the human spirit and challenges the sheriff's ideals. Their interactions unfold in a tense atmosphere where power dynamics shift and moral questions arise. The starkness of the landscape echoes the internal struggles of the characters, emphasizing themes of justice and redemption. In this unforgiving setting, their contrasting views lead to a gripping exploration of humanity's flaws and the quest for redemption in a world that often seems devoid of it. Lopman, the warden in the film, encounters the difficult task of rehabilitating the character Pittman. His approach is filled with patience and understanding, much like a sidewalk preacher who is trying to guide someone facing a major life change. The interaction reflects the complexities of human relationships within the prison system, as Lopman seeks more than just discipline. He aims for genuine transformation. The storytelling highlights how individuals can influence one another, even in challenging environments. The film benefits from the creative minds of David Newman and Robert Benton, who are known for their work on Bonnie and Clyde. Their writing style brings a unique depth to the characters and the storyline. Joseph Mankiewicz's direction further enhances this narrative, often showcasing a blend of sardonic humor and social commentary. The combination of these talented individuals leads to a thought-provoking exploration of justice and redemption set against the backdrop of a prison. Starting off, the film There Was a Crooked Man stands out as Mankiewicz's initial venture into the Western genre. It showcases his distinct style through a low-key approach that carefully unfolds the story, allowing for a gradual revelation of plot points. This method contrasts with the more explosive storytelling often seen in westerns of that era. Instead, Mankiewicz's film leans into a somewhat bitter humor, inviting the audience to ponder deeper themes behind the action and spectacle typically associated with the genre. The film's pacing gives viewers a chance to invest in the characters and their complicated motivations. Kirk Douglas delivers a standout performance as the mean outlaw. His portrayal captures the essence of a character shaped by a harsh environment, allowing for moments of both cruelty and complexity. Meanwhile, Henry Fonda shines in his role as the pure hero, presenting a contrast to Douglas. Fonda's character embodies the traditional values associated with Western heroes. Yet he too faces challenges that test his ideals. Together, these performances create an engaging dynamic that enriches the film, allowing for moments of tension and even levity, demonstrating Mankiewicz's skill at blending humor with drama. This combination makes the film a unique addition to the Western genre, encouraging audiences to reflect on its themes. As the story unfolds, viewers are introduced to a blend of humor and social commentary that characterizes the initial tone of There Was a Crooked Man set in a colorful prison environment. It begins with a satirical approach to the flaws within the justice system. The humor deftly addresses serious themes, inviting laughter while making sharp observations about society. However, as the film progresses, the narrative shifts away from this comedic foundation. It plunges into a more serious territory with intense prison riots that grip the audience's attention. This deeper melodrama urges viewers to change their perceptions and engage with the unfolding turmoil on a more emotional level. The transition from satire to serious drama may initially test the audience's patience, as the tonal shift is significant. Yet, this very mixture of moods becomes its greatest strength, allowing the film to explore complex themes and human experiences. As the story wraps up, it leaves the audience with a sense of gentle cynicism. The film serves as a reminder of the contradictions in life and the often bittersweet resolutions we face. Though the changes in tone may challenge certain viewers, they can find satisfaction in the film's commitment to traditional storytelling and commercial virtues. The journey through humor, drama, and resignation ultimately engages and rewards those willing to navigate its shifts and appreciate its multifaceted narrative. The film features a notable supporting cast that includes Burgess Meredith, Warren Oates, Martin Gable, Hume Cronin, and John Randolph. These actors portray aging confidence men who share a long-term homosexual relationship, offering a unique and rich dynamic within the story. Their performances contribute significantly to the film's exploration of themes related to love, deception, and morality. This relationship between the characters adds depth and complexity that viewers might not expect from a typical crime drama. Warner Brothers, the studio behind the project, expressed concerns about the film's content. Shot over 5 months during the first half of 1969, the film faced challenges that delayed its commercial release for over a year. The studio's apprehensions likely stemmed from the film's exploration of sensitive themes, which may not have aligned with the expectations of audiences at the time. This delay in release may have impacted the film's reception and its place in cinema history. The director's vision for There Was a Crooked Man originally ran for 165 minutes, which offered a more extensive exploration of the plot and character development. However, once Warner Brothers took the project, they significantly trimmed it down to 126 minutes. This cut had notable implications, particularly for actress Lee Grant, whose screen time was considerably reduced. Such editing decisions can dramatically alter the tone and impact of a film, often influencing audience perception of character roles and overall narrative flow. Furthermore, the choice of filming location added to the film's uniqueness. Many scenes were shot in Joshua Tree National Monument, an iconic setting known for its stunning landscapes. This production marked a historic milestone, being the first movie permitted to film in this protected area. The natural beauty surrounding the characters provided a dramatic backdrop that was both visually appealing and integral to the film's atmosphere. The combination of edit changes and location choice contributed to a complex viewing experience that sparked interest and debate among audiences and critics alike. Creating a wagon-rutted road involved significant earth-moving, as it had to be bulldozed and widened to allow for access to the remote filming location for the movie. There Was a Crooked Man. This logistical challenge meant that the crew faced various obstacles in terms of terrain and weather, making the planning process essential to ensure everything could proceed smoothly. After this groundwork, the construction of the prison set took an impressive 7 weeks, showcasing the dedication of the builders. Various weather conditions tested their resolve during this time, but the team remained focused to ensure that all components would meet the film's needs. The prison set was extensive, comprising 14 buildings designed to reflect the story's gritty atmosphere, along with guard towers that added to the oppressive feel of the environment. A rock pile was also constructed, symbolizing the hard labor faced by the characters within the story. Once filming concluded, a significant effort was required to dismantle the entire set, ensuring that the area was restored to its original state, demonstrating a commitment to environmental responsibility. Kirk Douglas's dressing trailer reflected his star status. It had a luxurious setup, complete with a white picket fence, a mailbox, flower boxes, and a neatly trimmed green lawn. This trailer was situated conveniently just outside the prison yard, giving Douglas a touch of comfort amidst the starkness of the film's setting. The environment was designed to be welcoming, contrasting sharply with the harsh realities of the prison world portrayed in the movie. Meanwhile, Barbara Rhodes brought her own flair to the film. She played the role of a school teacher who was invited to the prison's event celebrating the opening of a new dining hall. Rhodes's character added a layer of humor and lightness, especially during a riot scene, where her ability to provide comic relief helped ease the tension of the moment. The combination of Douglas's opulent lifestyle and Rhodes's vibrant performance contributed to the film's engaging and dynamic atmosphere. Their roles intertwined to create memorable moments that resonated with audiences, illustrating the blend of seriousness and levity that There Was a Crooked Man aimed to achieve. In the original cut of the movie, There Was a Crooked Man, the character played by Rhodes was involved in a scene where he ended up fully nude. This scene drew attention and concern during the editing process. Ultimately, the footage was removed from the final version of the film. Rhodes felt a sense of relief with this decision, knowing that such footage would not circulate and become a focal point outside the context of the film. This allowed him to maintain a certain level of comfort regarding his on-screen presence. Eileen O'Neill was another important figure connected to this project. She was offered a role that would involve significant emotional and physical challenges, particularly a scene where her character was to be ravaged by prisoners. However, she ultimately turned down the role. Her decision stemmed from a personal discomfort with performing such a scene, reflecting the challenges actors often face regarding the material they are asked to portray. O'Neill's choice highlights the complexities artists navigate in balancing their careers with their personal values and emotional boundaries, making the film's production a significant topic of conversation among those involved in it and its viewers. By today's standards, the film There Was a Crooked Man feels quite tame, focusing on elements that modern audiences may find less shocking than audiences in 1970. The brief glimpses of nudity and mildly risque drawings and paintings seem modest compared to what filmgoers might expect now. This shift in perception illustrates how cultural norms around content have evolved over time. Promoted as a cynical Western, the film was intended to offer a fresh take on the genre, blending humor and social commentary, yet it did not resonate with the audience as anticipated. Released on Christmas Day in 1970, it aimed to attract viewers during the holiday season, yet it performed poorly at the box office. The lack of financial success could be attributed to various factors, including competition from other holiday releases, and perhaps a mismatch between the film's tone and audience expectations. Despite the disappointment it faced upon its release, it holds a place in the discussion of westerns that explored more complex themes, rather than relying solely on action or traditional narratives. The film serves as an interesting reference point for how cinematic storytelling can reflect societal attitudes at different times in history, paving the way for future explorations of unconventional narratives. Despite its box office performance, the film There Was a Crooked Man stands out as a fun and different type of Western. The story revolves around a clever mix of crime and humor, showcasing a unique narrative that keeps viewers intrigued. The editing style is fresh, offering dynamic transitions that enhance the storytelling. Camera views are also noteworthy, featuring angles that provide a fresh perspective on classic Western themes. Characters engage in clever dialogue, filled with witty remarks and sharp commentary on morality and justice. This combination of elements creates an enjoyable watch, appealing to those who might appreciate a twist on the traditional Western genre. The film's bold approach, highlighting unconventional aspects, adds a layer of complexity, inviting viewers to consider deeper themes while still being entertained. Ultimately, it serves as a testament to creativity in filmmaking during that era, leaving audiences with memorable moments and thoughts to ponder. The 1970 film There Was a Crooked Man presents a complex blend of themes and genres that have elicited varied responses from viewers and critics alike. Central to its premise is a story that unfolds within the backdrop of a Western prison escape, spotlighting the characters' intricate histories while navigating the tension between comedy and darker elements such as violence and betrayal. Some viewers appreciate the film as an engaging piece of storytelling, praising its character development and the lively, upbeat nature of the narrative. They find charm in the balance of humor and seriousness despite the underlying darker themes. The enjoyment of this haha comedy often leads to a longing for more, with some wishing for a sequel to further explore the dynamics introduced. This perspective emphasizes how the film successfully encapsulates character arcs that resonate, showcasing the complexities of both the protagonists and antagonists. Contrastingly, another segment of the audience perceives the film as an example of its era's cinematic shortcomings. While acknowledging the performances of legends like Kirk Douglas and Henry Fonda, these viewers criticize the film for lacking depth and coherence. They argue that the overall execution feels campy and outdated, with a soundtrack that does not align well with the film's tone. This dissonance makes it difficult for some to appreciate the supposed humor, as the jarring music choices detract from the film's emotional weight, especially in more violent scenes that seem at odds with the light-hearted moments they're set against. Critics also point out that, while the performances of Douglas and Fonda are commendable, they cannot entirely lift the film from its perceived flaws. The writing and direction are seen as limiting, with characters and plot lines that occasionally veer into predictability. There's a sentiment that the movie fails to fully realize the concept it aspires to embody, leading to a finale that feels unearned or overly theatrical, leaving viewers feeling somewhat unsatisfied. In summary, There Was a Crooked Man serves as a fascinating, albeit divisive entry in the Western genre. It showcases promising storytelling and character exploration, although this is counterbalanced by critiques of its execution and tonal inconsistencies. The film encompasses both the charm of classic westerns and the pitfalls of its time, creating a tapestry of opinions that reflects a diversity of viewer experiences. As we move beyond the main tale of There Was a Crooked Man, a fascinating layer awaits you in our bonus segment. This is not just a film, it's a glimpse into the lives of its remarkable cast. What became of these talented performers once the credits rolled? Their journeys, filled with triumphs and struggles, offer a surprising contrast to their on-screen personas. Did they continue to captivate audiences, or did they step away from the spotlight altogether? We will explore the unique paths they took, revealing career choices, personal transformations, and unexpected turns that define their stories after this iconic film. Stay tuned as we peel back the layers of time, uncovering captivating details that will leave you eager to discover how this memorable cast evolved long after the laughter and drama faded. Burgess Meredith's portrayal of the Missouri Kid in the 1970 film There Was a Crooked Man stands out as one of his memorable roles. The character is marked by a blend of cunning and vulnerability, a testament to Meredith's ability to infuse depth into complex characters. This performance came during a rich career that saw him take on a range of roles across theater, television, and film, including his iconic parts in The Twilight Zone and as Mickey in the Rocky series. Despite his successes, Meredith's life was not free from challenges. He faced personal struggles, including bouts of depression and health issues stemming from a long battle with smoking, which began in his youth. Scandals surrounded him, including an affair that nearly derailed his marriage to actress Kaja Sunsten, and notable controversies like being blacklisted during the McCarthy era due to his outspoken views. After his death in 1997, there have been tributes celebrating his contributions to the arts, yet the complexities of his personal life remain largely in shadows. His legacy leaves an impression of both artistic brilliance and human struggle. Hume Cronyn portrayed Dudley Winter in the 1970 film There Was a Crooked Man. Winter is a cunning and manipulative character who creates chaos for his own benefit amidst the film's larger themes. Cronyn's performance, noted for its depth and nuance, revealed the darker aspects of human nature, encapsulating the essence of a man whose schemes spiral into tragedy. This role showcased Cronyn's ability to blend charm with sinister undertones, identifying him as a formidable character actor. Following the movie, Cronyn faced various personal challenges. He experienced the heart-wrenching loss of his wife, actress Jessica Tandy, who died in 1994 after a long battle with cancer. Cronyn struggled with depression in the years following her death, and dealt with his own health issues, including minor strokes and mobility problems. Ultimately, he passed away in 2023 at the age of 91. Political scandals from earlier in his career included a public dispute with a theater company, leading to a tense fallout. His legacy endures through his impactful performances and the journey of his deeply intertwined life with Tandy. Last reports confirmed that Cronyn's contributions to theater and film are remembered fondly, preserving his rich history in the arts. Martin Gable's portrayal of Warden Legoff in the 1970 film There Was a Crooked Man embodies authority mixed with a hidden menace. Gable, through this character, reveals the complex dynamics of power in a corrupt prison system. Legoff is cold but cunning, presenting a facade of control while operating from a self-serving moral ambiguity. This role showcases Gable's ability to imbue characters with a sense of dread and intrigue, amplifying the film's darker themes. After the film, Gable's career continued to evolve. He remained active in television and theater, known for his distinctive voice and ability to convey depth in roles. Notably, he faced personal challenges that impacted his career. Despite his talent, he was often overshadowed by contemporaries, leading to frustration. His marriage to actress Arlene Francis added to his public identity, yet their union faced trials amid the pressures of fame. Gable had moments of controversy, including rumored tensions in his professional life. His later years were marked by a decline in public presence, with health issues stemming from a lifetime of intense work. Martin Gable passed away in 1986, leaving behind a legacy tinged with the complexities of his roles and personal struggles. Last known details highlight a man who balanced skill with shadows, quietly reflecting the darker aspects of life and artistry. Gene Evans took on the role of Colonel Wolfe in the 1970 film There Was a Crooked Man. His portrayal of the character showcased a mix of authority and complexity, becoming a pivotal figure in the story. Evans imbued Wolfe with a sense of moral ambiguity, fitting for the film's themes of crime and corruption. After the film, Evans continued his acting career, but faced challenges that impacted his life. Born in 1922, he experienced the turmoil of World War II, serving in the U.S. Army, which might have influenced his later roles. In his personal life, he grappled with various struggles, including battling alcoholism, which affected his relationships and career opportunities. Though he had notable appearances in television and film, his career began to wane in the 1980s, leading him to take on less prominent roles. Gene Evans died in 1998. His later years were shrouded in uncertainty, and the lack of extensive records leaves a somewhat mysterious legacy. He remains a compelling figure in cinematic history, leaving behind a blend of memorable performances and personal struggles that many can relate to. Henry Fonda played the intriguing role of Woodward W. Lopeman. In the 1970 film There Was a Crooked Man, Lopeman is a cunning inmate with a complex personality, navigating the treacherous world of prison life. Fonda's portrayal brought depth to the character, showcasing a blend of charm and underlying darkness that captivated audiences. Fonda's career was marked by iconic roles in films like The Grapes of Wrath and 12 Angry Men, earning him acclaim and respect in Hollywood. However, his life was not without turmoil. Fonda faced challenges in relationships, including the strains of 2 failed marriages and a difficult relationship with his son, actor Peter Fonda. The family dynamics were complicated by personal demons, including bouts of depression and an intensity that sometimes alienated those close to him. Scandals and rumors surrounded him, particularly regarding his off-screen persona versus his on-screen heroism. Henry Fonda passed away in 1982, leaving behind a legacy of classic cinema, yet his life remained shrouded in the shadows of personal struggle and conflict. Last updates indicate that Fonda remains a figure of fascination in film history, with his influence continuing in the works of modern actors and filmmakers inspired by his groundbreaking performances. John Randolph portrayed Cyrus McNutt in the 1970 film There Was a Crooked Man. McNutt is a character steeped in complexity, a prisoner who manipulates those around him with charm and cunning. Randolph's performance brought a layered richness to the role, capturing the darker aspects of a man who exists on the fringes of morality. His ability to convey nuance in a troubled character highlighted a career devoted to exploring the human experience, often confronting themes of justice and betrayal. Randolph's career spanned decades, marked by stage performances on Broadway and notable film roles. However, his life was punctuated by personal hardships, including battles with alcoholism that led to career setbacks and strained relationships, particularly with family. His occasional rocky public appearances resulted in scrutiny, adding to the air of mystery surrounding him. In later years, he found solace in quieter roles on television and stage, but never fully escaped the shadows of his past. John Randolph passed away in 2004, leaving a legacy of compelling performances intertwined with a troubled personal narrative. Arthur O'Connell portrayed Mr. Lomax in the 1970 film There Was a Crooked Man. His character is a cunning lawyer, deftly navigating the dark undertones of the law and morality within the film's gritty narrative. O'Connell's compelling performance showcased his ability to convey complex emotions and moral ambiguity, qualities that added depth to a character steeped in deception and legal manipulations. After the film's release, O'Connell continued a varied career in film and television, gaining acclaim for his roles in 12 Angry Men and The Great Race. His acting prowess, however, often overshadowed a tumultuous personal life punctuated by struggles with alcoholism, which led to professional setbacks and strained relationships. In his later years, O'Connell faced the challenge of rebuilding his image and career despite these hardships. His life was marked by the pressures of Hollywood, including frequent battles for roles as he aged. Ultimately, Arthur O'Connell passed away in 1998, leaving behind a legacy of performances that reflected both his talent and the darker shades of his life. There may be limited information about his final years, but his story remains a blend of triumph and struggle that echoes the human condition. Kirk Douglas portrayed the character Paris Pittman Jr. in the 1970 film There Was a Crooked Man. This role showcased Douglas' ability to embody complex, morally ambiguous characters. Paris Pittman, a crafty inmate, navigates a corrupt prison system, revealing his cunning and survival instincts. The film, a blend of drama and dark humor, allowed Douglas to explore themes of betrayal and manipulation. After the film, Douglas' career continued to flourish. He starred in various notable films and became an influential figure in Hollywood. His later years were marked by significant personal challenges. In 1996, he survived a severe stroke, which left him speechless for years. Despite this setback, he remained active in writing, publishing an autobiography, and advocating for various causes, including the arts. Scandals followed him, notably a publicized incident in the early 1990s, where he faced allegations regarding his past conduct with women. Douglas addressed these rumors, but they haunted him as reminders of Hollywood's darker sides. Despite successes and struggles, he remained a beloved figure until his death in February 2020 at age 103, leaving behind a legacy of resilience and talent. In the 1970 film There Was a Crooked Man, Charles Durning plays the role of the narrator, guiding viewers through a story filled with deception and moral ambiguity. His voice adds a layer of gravitas as he sets the tone for the unfolding drama. Durning's narrative style enhances the film's tension, providing insight into the character's motivations while maintaining an air of mystery. This role marks an early step in a career that would see him become a respected figure in film and theater. Durning faced personal hardships throughout his life, including the trauma of World War II, where he served in the Normandy invasion and was wounded in the Battle of the Bulge. He dealt with the challenges of returning to civilian life, grappling with the psychological scars of war. Durning also became embroiled in a scandal involving allegations of abusive behavior in his later years, casting a shadow over his legacy. Despite these difficulties, he maintained a reputation as a talented actor known for his versatility, appearing in iconic films and receiving multiple award nominations, including 2 Academy Award nods. Later in life, Durning continued to work in the industry, making memorable guest appearances on television. He later battled severe health issues, including a serious heart condition that led to multiple surgeries. Durning passed away in 2012, leaving behind a complex legacy of triumphs and struggles. His story remains a testament to the resilience of the human spirit in the face of challenges. Victor French portrayed the character Whiskey in the 1970 movie There Was a Crooked Man. Whiskey is a complex figure, embodying both the charm of a hustler and the darker edges of desperation. French's performance highlights the nuances of a man navigating a morally ambiguous world, making choices that reflect the struggle between survival and integrity. This role stands out as a testament to French's ability to delve into flawed, multifaceted characters, often using his imposing presence to draw attention to the intricacies of their motivations. After the film, French's career continued to flourish, appearing in notable television series like Little House on the Prairie and Highway to Heaven. However, his personal life saw significant challenges. French faced bouts of alcoholism, impacting his relationships and professional commitments. His tumultuous experiences included a rocky marriage and struggles with depression, which contrasted the warmth he often portrayed on screen. Notably, his bond with Michael Landon became a source of support during his hardships. Tragically, Victor French passed away from lung cancer in 1989, a loss felt deeply in the entertainment community. The lasting impression of his performances remains, but details of his life posthumously linger in obscurity, leaving a darkened echo of a complex man who found solace in the roles he played. In the 1970 film There Was a Crooked Man, Alan Hale Jr. portrays the character Tabaki, a significant role that captures the darker themes of the story. This character embodies the complex nature of morality within a lawless environment, illustrating both the struggle for survival and the undercurrents of corruption present in the film. Hale's performance adds depth to Tabaki's role in revealing the human condition when faced with desperation and betrayal. Hale Jr., known for his rugged charm, had a career that peaked with his role as skipper in Gilligan's Island. However, his life was not devoid of shadows. He faced personal challenges, including a battle with obesity, which limited his later roles in Hollywood. His financial struggles were significant, with Hale declaring bankruptcy in the late 1970s. On a personal level, he coped with heartbreak after losing his first wife, which cast a pall over his personal life. As for scandals, there were whispers about tensions on the set of Gilligan's Island and issues with co-stars. After the show ended, Hale focused on less prominent roles, often taking part in TV guest appearances and community theater. In later years, his health declined, and he struggled with painful joint problems. The last known information indicates that he passed away in 1990, leaving behind a legacy marked by talent and the complexities of his personal life. Jean Cooper gave a compelling performance as the fierce and resilient character in the 1970 film There Was a Crooked Man. Her role as a woman of the night showcased not only her acting skills, but also her ability to tackle complex, dark characters with depth and nuance. Cooper's portrayal captured the struggles and defiance of a woman navigating a harsh world. This role became one of her standout performances, cementing her as a versatile actress who could traverse genres and themes. After the film, Cooper's career flourished on daytime television, notably as Catherine Chancellor on The Young and the Restless, a role she played for nearly 40 years. However, her personal life was marked by significant challenges. Cooper faced the loss of her son in a tragic car accident, which profoundly affected her. Furthermore, she battled with the pressures of working in Hollywood, including the stigma that came from her earlier roles and personal struggles with self-esteem. Cooper's final years included a battle with health issues, and she passed away in 2013 at the age of 84. Her legacy continues through her impactful roles and the lessons she left behind about resilience and strength. Lee Grant's role as Mistress Bullard in the 1970 film There Was a Crooked Man highlighted her ability to portray strong, complex women. In this film, Grant's character was a cunning and resilient figure, navigating the treacherous world of a corrupt prison system. Her performance brought depth to the narrative, symbolizing resistance within an oppressive environment. This role followed a tumultuous period in Grant's life marked by personal and professional struggles, including her being blacklisted during the McCarthy era for her political beliefs, which left her unable to find significant work for several years. However, she made a powerful comeback, winning an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for Shampoo in 1975. Grant faced numerous hardships, including her difficult marriages and her battles with depression, often reflecting a personal life filled with dark shadows. Despite these challenges, she remained tenacious, continuing to work in theater and film. In her later years, Grant has appeared in various television programs and documentaries. The latest known information highlights her continued advocacy for social issues and her involvement with the arts, though she has kept a low profile. Warren Oates portrayed Floyd Moon, a prisoner in the 1970 film There Was a Crooked Man. Oates brought a raw intensity to the role, embodying a character who is deeply flawed yet compelling. His performance stood out in a cast filled with strong personalities, showcasing his ability to convey both menace and vulnerability. After the film, Oates experienced a tumultuous career and personal life. He became known for his roles in films such as Easy Rider and The Wild Bunch, solidifying his reputation as a character actor capable of navigating complex emotions. However, his life was marked by struggles, including battles with alcohol and the fading of Hollywood's interest in his style of gritty realism. Oates faced the tragic loss of his father, which profoundly affected him. Despite professional successes, he often felt overshadowed and unfulfilled. The shadows of his personal demons loomed large, leading to a battle with cancer that ultimately took his life in 1982. Last reports indicated his name continues to emerge in discussions about influential actors who transformed modern cinema. though Oates himself has long remained a haunting figure of untapped potential in the industry. As we wrap up our journey through the 1970 film There Was a Crooked Man, we reflect on how this movie shaped the careers of its talented cast. The film, with its blend of humor and intriguing plot, offered a distinct look into issues of justice and morality. The lives of the main actors were forever impacted by their roles, with several going on to achieve even greater success later in their careers. For many viewers, this film may evoke cherished memories of childhood, reminding them of family movie nights or afternoons spent watching classic films on TV. The engaging story and characters often spark conversations that lasted long after the credits rolled. Did you watch There Was a Crooked Man when you were younger? What memories or feelings does it bring back for you? We'd love to hear your stories in the comments, sharing in the nostalgia that this film created for so